So St. Maarten Flavors 2026, we're looking at a new concept this year. We've had several great runs. It used to be the month of November. And this time around, we're focusing on the entire year, but highlighting June as the culinary month for St. Maarten. Pick June because it's easier. It's on the end of high season. So we're celebrating the summer. There's normally summer specials anyway, so restaurants can step up a little bit easier than at the beginning of the season that November was. So that's why we're sitting here together mid-May, so that as of June, we can all start getting excited about the culinary month. But then, like I said, year-round, St. Maarten Flavors. stmartenflavors.com is a website that we normally just used for the month that we highlighted the different restaurants. But now this will turn into a platform where you will find information about participating restaurants year-round. So any restaurant that participates can sign up. They put their menu item that they're most famous for. So whenever somebody asks you, where should I go for lunch? Where should I go for dinner? You say stmartenflavors.com. There's a list of restaurants with some exciting menu items to choose from, and it will inspire you to try out different places, different days. Of course, when there's events happening at any of the participating restaurants, this is again where you can find information. So what's going on in April? What's going on in October? Whenever there's something hosted by restaurants, they can send it in to the SHTA, and then it will be posted on stmartenflavors.com. So we're also trying to broadening the concept. So before we saw a lot of restaurants doing either 3-course menus, 1-course menu items. Now the choice is to the restaurants to do whatever they want to do. They can get super creative, or they can just say, hey, this is what I'm famous for year round. This is what I want to highlight. For June, they can say, this is my signature dish. But if you come in June for this dish, you can get a free bucket of beer, or you get a glass of wine, or something fun. Of course, June is also the World Cup this year. So we'll probably see a lot of restaurants and bars do specials for that. And we welcome that. But so we have John Leon here from Seaview. He has been taking part with Seaview Bar and Restaurant for several years. We actually hosted some group of influencers the last time, which was a lot of fun, trying all types of different things. Why did you decide to join again this year, John? Obviously, this event wouldn't be possible without the support of the St. Maarten Tourism Bureau as our partner, but we also have several sponsors. So we can already announce that PDG Supplies have decided to sign up again. This year, they're doing something really exciting with their sponsorship. They're giving $100 gift vouchers for PDG for the first 50 restaurants to sign up. So we already have close to 20 restaurants that are signed up. So they already got their gift voucher from PDG secured. But anything that comes in after up to 50 restaurants, they give the $100 PDG voucher. So that's a great interactive partnership that we very much welcome. And then we also welcome CC1 with a wine brand as a sponsor as well this year. So I'm hoping to see a lot of wine tastings this year. So yeah, I think that sort of wraps up the concept a little bit. I hope it's clear. May, would you like to add anything to that?
This website is something that we as a destination, private and public sector are going to brand. So that means we're going to put money behind it, make sure that, branding of St. Maarten Flavors is where you go for any type of flavor. This concept started and became not only popular with visitors, it became popular with the community. So we're reaching out to the community as well to please join again and enjoy June, but enjoy and supporting it year round. Remember stmartenflavors.com. So when people ask you, tell them to go there and, visit it so they can get all the information. I want to mention that and why flavors, because it's not only restaurants. You just heard from Anna, who does Creole Kitchen, but I see a gentleman sitting here as well, C. Marlin. And I know you're here to visit. I'm putting you on the spot, but we want to see Marlin does also farming. And one of the things, why not farm to table? So it's all about flavors. It's about farm to table. It's about mixology. So we hope to reach out to those bakers. You want to give a baking class. Let's be creative because there is so much available. And this is now the platform where you can promote that.
first and foremost, thank you to the SHTA and, of course, Tourist Office for these beautiful initiatives. It's been 5 years now that we're doing St. Martin flavors. And the fact that you decided to now extend it is even better because this sells St. Martin as the gourmet capital of the Caribbean. I wouldn't say word, maybe soon to the world, but that's where we want to take it very soon. The fact that we have so many different bold flavors, so many different international flavors. You want to continue this initiative because you want that one day when someone says they want to travel or where to eat, St. Martin is where you want to come and eat. And you've seen it already with the Caribbean, with the Carnival boat holders, where they put out some lavish menus. I mean, the locals alone have it in them. You know, we had 17 booths, so many places to eat. Everyone's going crazy. I want to try this. I want to try that. It's who we are as a people. And St. Martin, if you want to taste the hands of the people of St. Martin, Carnival is the time for you to do that. But if you really want to get it, although the gourmet part of it, you know, accentuated in all the restaurants we have, St. Martin Flavors is the best. .com is the best vehicle to get a taste of what St. Martin has. So with that, people are now, you know, looking for engagement, they're looking for experience, and flavors, taste reminds you, it stays with you, and that is what makes people come back to St. Martin. And this is a vehicle that I want to push more and more and more, get it out there, do a competition even we were thinking, get one of these days, get our chefs out in the world and bring St. Martin flavors internationally. Maybe do a tour of St. Martin flavors. That's another step we need to look at maybe in the near future. Seriously, go to New York and say, let's do a table, a 5-course meal on St. Martin, taste St. Martin flavors. Something we want to think about in the future. So even bringing it out international, that's a little speckle of island with bold flavors. So I'm looking forward to that in the future. I saw you took it up a notch. I want to bring it up even more. So the Martin flavors to the world is what we're looking at. So with that, I'm looking forward to it. I remember 2 years ago, I came in as Minister of Theatre and I said, I'm going to try all of the restaurants. So when I saw the scale going up, I'm like, okay, time to stop. But now that you've extended,
Very close. I was just going to wait.
I was very close, but the scale went up a bit and I slowed down, right? But now that it's extended, I can take my time. Whole year. I'm going to try my best to do most in the month of June because I see some more specials are going to be there. I'm excited. I'm a foodie. So looking forward to it. And I'll be posting as well this year. So looking forward to it. Thank you.
Well, we always see a good variety between the restaurants. And so Eitel Chef, for instance, has been a great participant that is a good example. Is also farm to table because he grabs some of the ingredients from his backyard and puts it on the table. So yes, it is very important. And I think by making it year round, we'll also be better at connecting it with other events. So for instance, as the minister was mentioning, Carnival, that is so much about the food culture around it through the booth holders. And I think that next year we can definitely tie in with the booth holders and St. Martin flavors, because then the platform will be more steady, it will be well known. So we could even list the booth holders on that platform, for instance. So I think the idea is to showcase what St. Martin has to offer as a culinary capital. And that includes the local cuisine as well as our international fare.
So how important is it? It is extremely important. Anytime you travel to any country, you want to taste what their culinary cuisine is, you know. And I must say, with Aisha Speed, it's a perfect example. What do I want Aisha Speed to taste for Carnival? Because I had everything planned, but I mean, we saw how chaotic that got. We had pigtail on the grill. We had Johnny cakes, and we do Johnny cakes in different flavors, not just a regular Johnny cake. We had the pumpkin Johnny cake. We had coconut Johnny cake. We had all different, some strange flavors that I think with even cheese and pepper jack or something.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
I mean, that was your favorite, right? That was a savory Johnny cake. But I mean, those are the things that we have to put out more than ever in St. Martin flavors. Low cream, stews. We're known for dumpling and everything. Chicken soup and dumpling. Not every Caribbean island does a lot of dumpling, but we're known for a lot of dumpling. But it's important, it's imperative, and I encourage local chefs to join the local cuisine, to be part of Island Flavors, so we could really promote who we are as a people, what we eat locally. The fish, don't forget fish. Fish is important, fried fish. You mentioned the fish market. restaurants there should all join in. I think all should join it. Can you get it? Go ahead. No. I thought you were done. You get to, because we're known for that. Johnny cake with fish. Some saltfish with fish.
Yeah. And to add to the local elements, we will work again with Nita, which obviously has the cuisine course or the culinary course. And actually, by the end of this month, we'll host a mixer for to kick off St. Maarten flavors again and repeat the concept that we did in 2024, where the students are actually cooking the hors d'oeuvres that are being served. They present them, but they cook together with different chefs of participating restaurants. And that really highlights the talent, the local talents, upcoming talents, because we have a lot of existing talents, but we need to also focus on the upcoming talent. So for them to be able to cook with local chefs is very important, we find.
Yeah. And if I want to add on, this is where the message has to come across, that we need the local entrepreneurs, restaurants or those that do private classes, whatever, they need to come on board because the platform gives them that year-round exposure.
Right.
So get that message out there because we're encouraging them to sign up. It's a great way to start, and it's going to be promoted and marketed.
We have the platform in place. We have a lot of supporting restaurants already, like close to 20, as I mentioned. But we're looking for the other restaurants, and it's not for our lack of trying to reach out to them. It's also the understanding what it does for them and how easy it is to join. This is not a money-making thing for the SHJ or the STB, not at all. This is a money-making thing for the restaurants. And so, and that's our cause, is to support the business too. So I think the more we can spread that word to, you have to be on it, the bigger the platform gets.
Yeah. So it can go in phases. You have great ideas. Eventually, these are the innovative ways we want to get to. But what I want to also emphasize with this is that the platform is usually restaurant. I'm a former restaurant owner. Normally, the trend is you work very hard for 4 or 5 months in order to cover yourself for the rest of the year. Well, this is a way now where together we can actually promote, and we already see the destination is extending its year round. Our slow months have become smaller. That means the restaurants are busy too, and they have been busy. But you don't want to stay in that same pattern of making your money now maybe for 8 months and 4 months being slow because you have to cover with that 8 months your 12 month. So this is a way for year-round business and a way for us to get more people to the experiences.